Hello and welcome to the Reapers. So today we're doing a tutorial on TACAN navigation. So what does it stand for? Tactical Air Navigation, and it's a really useful tool for aviators to locate certain places like airfields, like ships, like certain aircraft, anywhere basically that has a TACAN transmitter. From that transmitter we can receive that information and we can get a bearing or a heading and a range. So let's get on with it. In fact, let's go through our scenario. So in our scenario, on our left DDI, our fuel is really low. You can see down here we're down to less than a third of fuel. That's our bingo, and we want to go and find somewhere to land to refuel super quick. On our right DDI, we're going to shift over to our HSI, which is where we do our navigation. Just in case you haven't seen this before, this is our compass rows around the outside. There's north, there's south, we're in the middle, and it's saturated with information about navigation. First thing we're going to do is click the TACAN option, so it's in TACAN mode. Next we're going to go to our UFC and turn on TACAN. Pong. Next we've got some options, so we can go transmit receive, we can go receive, or we can go air to air. So these are the different TACAN modes that we have. Transmit receive means that we can find a heading to a certain station and we can find a range, so essentially we can plot its exact position. Receive just means that we can just find a particular heading, and air to air is obviously if I'm trying to find just an airborne target, and for the airborne target we can only find heading information, not range information. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we need to find the TACAN code of the place where we want to find. So we're going to get our little map out. Here's our nearest base. We're going to click on that base and we're going to find the TACAN station is 84 X-ray. And the code is KSB, that's the name of that TACAN station. Okay, so back we go. We've got to now enter that information. So TACANs can be in either X-ray or Yankee. I don't really know why there's those two codes, but there is. It's already selected as X-ray, as you can see, so that's done. We're going to do transmit receive so that we can get the heading to the base and the range, so we can plot exactly where it is. Right, so next it's time to turn our TACAN system on. So let's press on. It tells us that it's on, and it's currently on station 1, so we're going to clear that and we're going to type 4 enter, and it hasn't worked, and that's often a very good thing when things don't work, because it allows you to explain extra problems. So why hasn't it worked? Well, I can tell you that the TACAN station is over there somewhere, and I have no doubt it's actually behind that mountain there. Now, for the TACAN system to work, it has to have obviously direct line of sight. That radiation coming from the TACAN station has to intercept our aircraft, and there's a blooming great mountain in the way. So if you find that your TACAN system's not working for some reason, it's playing up, then there's a good chance it's behind a mountain. So let us go and do what we have to do. We're going to put our afterburners on and up we go. Let's try and get over that mountain and try and get line of sight. Stand by. Aha! We've got it. Right, so you can see we've got new symbology. Well, I've had to climb all the way up to Angels 30 here in our super powerful Hornet, but it's worked. We've got new terminology on the HSI here. So remember, we're here and we've got this thing. I never know what to call it, but that is the sign for our TACAN station. So you'll notice that it's picked it up. Let's go and have a quick look at the TACAN station. Stand by. So this is why we were struggling to pick up this TACAN station. It's behind this massive, freaky high mountain. So we were flying over there, and you can see we've just picked it up because we've come across the edge of the mountain. You can see our con up there, and now we've got line of sight. Now that's going to be very rare that you'll find something like that, but it shows that it does happen, and that's why the system wasn't working. Right, let's back to the cockpit. So we've got it positioned. So remember that we're in track receive mode so that we can get the heading information and we can get the range information. So it's allowed on the HSI to plot if you like, a two-dimensional point there. So all we've got to do is fly to that. Oh, and I should say it's also a triangle with a T in it, which shows the heading to the TACAN station. So it's south, it's 180-ish, something like that. Now we've got information displayed up on the HUD so we can get to it. So we've got 27 miles, and it's KSB, that's the name of the TACAN station and the name of the airfield. And you can see our navigation pipper there. So essentially we want to turn right. Now we've got past the mountain, we shouldn't have any problem picking up the TACAN signal, and there it is. We're going to dive down because we know it's down low. So we just follow that pipper there. This will count down and take us to that station, and we can see it getting closer there. Now, and extra information, which one is it? It's this one here, so we can tell it's or heading from us 190 for 24.6 miles. I'm not sure what that number there is, if anyone could let me know please, and that's the name of the station. But we can do one better than that. We can use our newly acquired course button. I've just understood what it does basically. So if we wanted to set a course from that element, in this case it's a TACAN station, to us, or to somewhere near us, we can do that. So remember, back from our previous navigation video, we can use a heading here to set a heading course, if you like, from us to anywhere in the world, basically, any heading. We can also use this here, which sets a course from an item, in this case the TACAN station, to anywhere, but we'll make that we'll make it us. So anyway, let's show you. It's going to be easier than trying to explain it. So you can see it's setting this course line from the TACAN station, and we can move it to us. Pim pim, there we go. And that's going to give us a new symbology on the HUD. Now, it's the first time I've done this, so please excuse me. So I believe it's this course line here which we want to follow. Like so. Right, okay, so we've now used our course line and our TACAN navigation information to get close to the base. We are now within 8 miles. However, and we can see the base there, however, the base has contacted us and said that their runway is out of action in this scenario and we can't use it. Now that is a problem because our fuel condition is getting dire. So we're going to go to plan B. We're going to go and try and locate ourselves a tanker, an air-to-air tanker. We've got this chap here, who's a KC-130. Orbiting at Angel 7 off to our southeast. He's TACAN station 11 Yankee, I believe. So let's try and find him. Hopefully we can get line of sight to him this time. Stand by. Back to our TACAN. We now want Yankee. Air to air. Clear. 11. Enter. And we've got him. Now remember, air-to-air, you cannot get ranging information, you can only get a heading. And so what we've got here is it shows that we are there, and our heading to the tanker we know is about 160 or thereabouts. So let's go 160 and try and find him. We know from our map and talking to him that he's at Angel 7, so we know his height. So we're just going to have to head on that heading until we get a visual on him, so stand by for that. And the same thing, although we don't have our range information here, we do have our heading pipper there, so we're just going to align to it and head this way and see if we can find him. Right, now our heading pipper here is moving right to left quite severely now, so that means we must be quite close to him. And indeed, if we look, zoom in there, you can see him. There's our KC-130. Right, the next thing we're going to do is make a radio contact and air-to-air fuel, but that will be in a different video. I hope you've enjoyed this TACAN video, and we'll see you later.